The PTO on my 757 John Deere Z-trak will not engage.
Hi, my name is XXXXXX I am here to help you. There are several potential issues here. There is an option for this mower to have an adjustable clutch. If it does, then the clutch may just need to be adjusted. If not, then the other possibilities are low voltage to the clutch due to a connection issue, or the clutch could be shot. You first need to verify if the clutch is adjustable. If it is, there will be 3 nuts on the outside perimeter of the clutch. The gap should be set at 0.010 inches. There is a slot next to each nut to check the gap. After checking this, whether adjustable or not, you need to take an ohm reading on the clutch. You will do this with a volt/ohm meter set to ohms and connecting the leads of the meter to the 2 wires coming out of the clutch. The clutch must be unplugged during this test. The expected reading is 2 to 4 ohms. Please let me know the result of this test. If the ohm test is okay, then you probably have an issue with voltage supply to the clutch. This could be in any one of the connections between the battery and the clutch, including inside the PTO switch. Please let me know what you find so that I can help you quickly resolve this issue. Thanks.
Hi Brian, I am mechanically inclined, but need a little help. I checked my operator's manual to see if it provided any information on the clutch. It doesn't. Where am I going to find the clutch? Do I just follow the leads from the PTO? Just FYI, we have owned this mower for 2 years. We mow 5 acres, and whenever we engage the mower, it engages immediately without the amber battery light coming on. Yesterday when I first engaged the PTO, the mower engaged quickly like it always has, and no XXXXXX Later on was the first time it engaged as slowly as it did and the light came on. Brian, I located the clutch. It appears to be adjustable. There are springs on the 3 bolts. Are you sure the gap is 0.010 inches? This mower I think is a 2008, engine serial #XXXXX and product identification #XXXXX. I measured the gap to be 0.025 inches on all 3 slots. Why would it be this large and constant? I did not take the ohms reading because I didn't know if you wanted me to adjust the clutch first. Tim.
The gap gets that large and consistent because you are measuring the distance between the friction surfaces. This wears a little every time you engage the PTO. I would still take an ohm reading just to be sure. However, I believe the gap is the main issue. Let me know how it goes. Also, yes, it needs to be 0.010 inches, that is plenty of room for clearance while keeping the surfaces close enough to make contact without drawing too many amps.
Hi Brian, I don't know if you got my last reply, but I did take an ohm reading and got 0.4 ohms, yes 0.4 ohms, not 2 to 4 as I should have got. I unplugged the clutch and took the reading on the 2 wires from the clutch. This is all before adjusting the clutch. I will adjust the clutch so I have a 0.010 inches gap. When I make the adjustment, do I have to exercise the clutch as I am adjusting it, or do I bring the gap right to 0.010 inches? While waiting for your answers, I have been checking over wire connections and cleaning them as I go along. Overall, they are pretty clean and tight.
You can go ahead and adjust the clutch and try it, but I believe you will find that it is shot. The excessive gap causes large amp draws and shortens the life of the clutch. 1,300 hours is way past the life expectancy, however, so I wouldn't be upset if this is the original clutch. If you have had it serviced by a company, I would have a question for them about the adjustment, as this is supposed to be done as a maintenance item. But like I said, if it's original, it has done its job. There is no need to burnish the clutch, that is only for new units to seat the friction pieces together.
Okay, I'm going to adjust the clutch and see what I get. I would have to assume this is the original clutch. The guy gave me a maintenance package and there was nothing in there about clutch replacement. How does the clutch come off and where is the best place to buy a replacement? I see a nut on the end, and I am sure there must be a key, but will it slide off or do I need a puller of some kind?
Once you remove the bolt in the center of the clutch, it will just slide off. The only hang-up you may encounter is rust, but a little light tapping should be sufficient.
I don't know if you got my last reply, but I did adjust the clutch to 0.010, then fired up the mower. When I engaged the PTO, the clutch engaged faster than it did on Saturday, but not as fast as in the past. The amber battery light did come on and stay on. I ran the mower for about 10 minutes and the PTO did not disengage. When I shut the mower down, I took an ohm reading on the clutch and got 1 ohm. I guess I need a new clutch. I tried to take the bolt out, but the shaft rotates. How do you keep the shaft from rotating while you back off the bolt? Is it right hand or left hand threads? Thanks in advance. Tim.
It's normal right hand thread, you either have to lock the crankshaft down somehow or use an impact wrench. The impact wrench is much easier, but if you don't have one or know someone who does, then I guess it's not an option. If you know someone at an auto shop or small engine shop and can trailer it to them, then they can take it out for you. You don't want to use it any more than you have to because you will stress and possibly damage the charging system and battery.
Brian, I received my PTO clutch yesterday and installed it today. It runs excellent, but I have one last question. The clutch arrived from a John Deere company, and I was told the gap was preset for my mower. I measured the gap to be 0.018 in all 3 slots. Are you sure I should be setting it to 0.010? Also for information, I measured the resistance and got 2.8 ohms.
0.018 may be the factory setting, and that is fine. Anytime I have to get into one I go for 0.010 because it is going to wear and that gives a little more time between adjustments without the large amp draw. The bigger the gap, the more amps it takes to bring the pieces together. The ohm reading has nothing to do with the gap, they are 2 separate parts of the clutch. Glad it's back together and mowing. Thanks for the question. You have been a pleasure to work with.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.